The homeowner said this window is depressing to look out of. Look at that. Only takes 2 men to get this nice, fresh looking window over here. They have 17 windows on this project. And this poor little pup. Even it knows it's too hot inside right now. All right, we are back. This time we're down in Shaughnessy looking at another window and door installation by Ecoline. They have 17 windows on this project and 2 doors that are going in. So we're doing everything in this house. Right now, up on the roof, we can see some wear. They're already taking windows out. We just got here. We'll clear out of the way here. They got a lot of work to do today. We got a lot of windows to look at. Some of them are getting old. We're getting a lot of water staining on in between the panes. So we'll let these guys go to work and we'll check all these windows out. Just looking at the surround from the window that's been removed now, and overall this isn't in too bad of shape. We're seeing a little bit of moisture staining, some rust on these nails, so there's some moisture movement through here, but overall not too bad. They are old wooden windows, so the full frame is wood, so we're not getting that high efficiency that we do with the vinyl and our air cavities. As well, we don't have the triple pane action, and as the homeowner just mentioned, one of her biggest grievances is the screens on the old one didn't work. They got broken with kids over the years, and she's looking forward to having screens on these windows and being able to ventilate through this upper floor. So the operation on this window is not too bad, but what I noticed when we pop this open is we have no seal, so no weather stripping around this top edge or this bottom edge. There looks to be one on the side here, but it's this squished little piece of rubber that's not going to be doing anything at this point anymore. It's just coming apart, that's flaking off. So not really getting a good seal on this window when it's shut. All right, it's July 2nd. It is super hot out right now. It's early in the morning. In this area, it's not too bad. We got some fans going, it's a little well ventilated. But when I come inside the bedroom here, the east facing side of the house, you can see the sun is just beating on these windows, on this room. You can see it hitting the bed here. So these older windows aren't going to protect you from that solar heat gain the way new windows will. That's a big part of the new windows is they have a solar heat gain coefficient. So they'll limit how much of this sun can come beating into this room, and they'll, reflect some of that back so that you're not getting these elevated levels when you're facing the sun all morning. Sometimes all it takes is one window, such as this one. The homeowner said this window is depressing to look out of. You can see water stained in between the panes. It's running. It looks like the window's crying constantly. So this window is depressing, and we're looking forward to giving this a fresh, invigorated new look and liven this up a bit. You can see aside from that, again, wood frame. It's all the paint's coming off. You can see little pieces here where that window's just slowly been deteriorating over time, and definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Here's a little side-by-side action of the existing windows on this home. So we got our wood frame, double pane, been in the house for a while, getting worn. And then on this side, we got our new vinyl, triple pane, pristine Canadian-made windows from Ecoline. And a very exciting treat today, we got European style turn and tilt windows. So it'll be nice to get these in and test out that operation, because those, in my opinion, beat out the sliders or the crank out windows any day. Can you hear that? That's just loosely sitting in there, that glazing. So our seal's gone, basically. We shouldn't get that kind of movement on the glass. I can see the seal just kind of bend and flex there. See, this one doesn't have that same movement. So that's where we're seeing this staining again on the inside. likely due to our seal being compromised, and yeah, it'll be good to replace. On this one, here's what the homeowner was mentioning. As much as they try to clean this staining stays. So again, it looks like this is on the inside of the window pane. So in between the two of them, you're getting all this spotting. So just an unpleasant, little bit of an eyesore when you're trying to have nice clean windows to look out of. On this back entry door, we got our typical weather stripping here all around. This one's worn, getting torn up. And then we have additional weather stripping just kind of on these top corners here. So I think we're not getting this door sitting flush against the frame here. It's not compressing this seal. So they've added a little bit more weather stripping to help kind of close that up and adjust for the air gap and any draftiness that they're probably getting in the winter. If you look at that upper floor window right there, what you'll notice is you can see directly into that space. And when we were upstairs, we already identified that that is the ensuite bathroom. So you have a clear view into that window. Now, we don't have the best vantage point from down here, but some of these neighbors who are on a second floor as well have windows facing this way. They might have a very good vantage point into that bathroom. So with new windows, you're gonna have a reflective coating on those that prevents you from being able to see into them without the need for excessive frosting or, stripping on the window to get a little bit of privacy. So this is the problem when your door doesn't sit flush. You have to contour your stripping to kind of match out that imbalance and fill in that space. So you can see some very detailed work here to make sure that we're filling in those air gaps. And this poor little pup, even it knows it's too hot inside right now. So it's hanging out here on the porch, doing a little panting, trying to catch his breath before he goes back in. Whew. There he goes, he's ready. Here's our depressing window, part 5, the interior. You can see the seal has just come right down, so it's just drooping like all the water in this window. Yeah, that's not doing anything anymore, so that's why you're getting such a heavy water staining in this area. There is no seal at the top there. That's totally compromised. So in the winter, this front window will frost up really nicely, concealing any of this interior space, giving you a lot more privacy than we saw at that back bathroom window. Again, with Ecoline, they're taking the extra measures, going the extra mile. So while the homeowner has moved all their stuff into the corner here, Ecoline's gone and covered and tarped all this off. As we know, this gets dusty when we start cutting into drywall and pulling that all off. So just a little extra step to help protect your belongings. Look at that. Get nice, continuous weather stripping all the way around the frame and the window here. So you can see it looks like those will interlock, making a nice seal. And as the homeowner mentioned, she's very excited for a screen, get some ventilation in here. And it's just turn of a handle, nice and easy. You just see that this creates a nice seal. This is why I like these windows even more so than the slider or casement, because I feel like these give you your best seal on the whole window. And you get that option. So a little bit of ventilation, nicely sloped, even if it was raining, you kick the water back out. So it's a great feature. A nice protective feature on these windows. When it's in this open position, I actually can't manipulate this handle at all. So all this hardware is gonna stay nice and safe. And it's only once I close the window that I regain operation of that handle. I give you a little sneak behind the scenes there, but this is how you access the screws. If you ever need to remove, replace the handle, very easy, just right there, hidden. So it's really nice, again, with that tilt feature. that we get that ventilation, but also it provides a slope should there be any rain that comes, gets through the screen and hits the window. And then what's nice is you kind of have this catch pan here at the base of the windowsill, and then we have our weep holes on either side. So that's gonna, any rain that's running down the face of the window, it's gonna catch behind there, and then we're gonna properly drain that out to the exterior. So just a good, well-designed window. If you got some exterior noise that you don't like, right now he's blowing off the debris from the rooftop, you just shut that out completely. Sometimes when we have the larger windows, such as the one here, you need a lot of people to help watch you work and spot, make sure that nothing goes wrong. So we got, what, 6 sets of hands here, all ready to help at a moment's notice, but it's been a watchful eye until then. We have our complete window installation now. So they finished putting on the casings. Again, these are the pre-manufactured plastic ones already fit to the window. They just kind of snap on, and then have our corner caps that cover the seams there. And yeah, again, we have nice new windows, easy operation, European style. We really need to adopt this, Canada. We're good about adopting culture. Let's adopt European window culture. This is the window that they brought over to install at the upper level there in the bedroom. And of course it was just a little too big. Thought it was for this window, but it turns out it's not even for this one. It's for the level below this. So we still gotta haul that back down to the walkout level to install that there. Look at that. Only takes 2 men to get this nice, fresh looking window over here. We don't need 6 guys trying to lift this one up.
But it's still a heavy one.
It is a heavy one. These are very strong guys who make this look effortless. The real mark of a true professional, and it looks effortless. Back in the bedroom here, now you can see our new window, fully installed, again, European style. But the big thing is, we don't have the sun beating on us. So you can see visibly, there's no sunlight on the bed. I'm not standing here feeling like I'm outside like I did before, where it's just sun right on top of you. I can comfortably stand here at this window and not feel those elements. So again, these new windows, triple pane, help keep that heat out, minimize any solar heat gain, and keep this a little more habitable space. I'm sure that they were waking up in the mornings just a sweaty mess and not looking forward to that sun poking up every day. So that'll change. This feels like a completely different space now. Yep. Got rid of all those old windows. We're got the new trims on, the finished look. We even got the window coverings back in, just finishing it off nicely. Complete transformation. So new door in, 1 of 2, self-closing. It's a little bit of a breeze outside, but really nice, fully closed, sealed. We're not having that extra bit of weather stripping that we're fitting to the door to try and reduce that air and draft leakage. You can see a nice sticker here for our low E glass. So as I mentioned, reduces energy loss and solar heat gain. That's a big thing for the back of this house that's facing east and getting that early morning daytime sun that's warming up this space. So that's the windows and doors, all gonna have that, reduce that solar heat gain. This is looking great. Yeah, this is nice and smooth. It's got a nice little, you see how it flips there? That's so cool. Okay, one more time. See, look, they're all the slats are faced up. And they flip. Go back up. So if you look above me there at that window, what you'll notice is you see absolutely nothing anymore. Getting just reflection of the sky. We're not peering into the bathroom. So again, that's the reflective coating on these. That's gonna give you a little bit of privacy, much needed. You see a little bit of that on all the windows now. So we don't have that clear see-through pane. So that'll feel nicer when you're hopping in the shower, going to the bathroom, and you don't have all of these neighbors watching. This nice, happy space. No more depression, no more looking out, seeing streaks and crying windows. And then on the sides here, our grills integrated directly into the window. You can see they're inside the panes here. So no easy remove, no worry about those falling down. This is a very uplifting space now. See, the only downside with brand new airtight windows, when you get flies and little bugs in here, they can't find their way out. This is the big one, wasn't it? This was the one we tried to haul up the ladder and successfully did, but was not meant for that opening. Nice to see it found its way into the home. One of the discussions we had with the homeowners on this one, they were very back and forth about the caulking and sealant finish and whether to go with the translucent or with the white caulking. In my opinion, when you have an off-color exterior cladding, it's better to go with the translucent. You can see it kind of blends between the window and whatever your exterior cladding color is. Whereas if you have the white on this off-color, it'll show a little bit more, which is fine when you have a white cladding and you're just matching up to that. It's gonna clean that up really nicely. But yeah, off color, I recommend the translucent. This is a nice seam here. All right, we're wrapping up the job. So of course, as part of your service with Ecoline, we're taking all of this garbage with us. You can see all the old windows, the old trim, old screens. You don't gotta worry about doing a trip to the dump. You get all of this taken care of. It's out of your hair. So in 2 days, complete turnaround, inside and out, and no residue left to know they were even here. All right, that's a wrap. This is day 2, and we just got 17 new windows and 2 new doors installed. These homeowners have lived here for 14 years now, and this is a 91 build, great year. And they decided it was definitely time for new windows. And not just new windows, the homeowner, she mentioned she's from Romania, used to the European style windows, never had new windows, never had a new home growing up. So this was a dream come true for her to have new European style windows installed in her home. Super cool. They got a couple different recommendations to Ecoline from friends. So felt very trusted in going through that process, and then went and got in contact with Ecoline through local Costco and made all their purchase order agreements there, and they were on their way. So that's it. All these windows and doors done. These are all Canadian made and manufactured, and of course, Canadian installed, because that's where we are.